I was I was relating with him as far as how the music changes because I had a discussion about this the other night, and what the point we came to was that nowadays all the music is starting to sound the same.
Yeah,
Really.
Right.
pretty much. I mean, when you combine, like he said, when you combine all the,
Yeah.
you got country going to pop to hip hop to,
Yeah,
it's just gonna.
like a giant hybrid of dubstep, electronic.
You
hip-hop
also
country.
you also take those songs that you hear on the radio now, and I mean, how many songs can you sing about tailgates, beer,
Right.
a creekside,
Yeah.
and a woman in a bikini under the stars? I mean,
Right.
there's only so many songs you can write before they all start sounding
Yeah.
the same. Now I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. Switch it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Hey, I was raised predominantly in Henry County, Kentucky.
That's where I live.
Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
see, man, that's how the source works.
That's where I live.
Okay, yeah. So I listened to all the old school country
Oh yeah.
on the way to school. I didn't really grow up listening to hip hop stuff, so I can definitely relate on that. This new country music is not country.
Last
Yeah.
year I got hooked up with a gentleman out of Texas, and he ended up being Waylon Jennings' grandson, and he came up here and we started our own duo type thing, and we hit it pretty hard around Louisville and surrounding areas for a couple months, and then we just kind of broke off and went our separate ways. But Waylon, I grew up on Waylon Jennings and Merle Haggard and the old cats like that, where every song they sang, it told a different message or it told a different story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not the same story.
That's the thing about like the new music these days is it lacks on some level, and maybe there's definitely examples that counter this, but like the story aspect of it.
Right.
Like you were singing the Johnny Cash tune right there. That's totally a story, and you can follow it from beginning to end. And compared to like just the I don't know, the truck or the woman in Daisy Dukes, those are just like just static images that don't change. There's not a lesson or a story in it.
Right.
I think radio really puts out what they want you to hear. You don't ever hear the songwriters or the true storytellers anymore. I mean, you listen to 107.7, all you hear is, I like 107.7.
Yeah.
The Eagle.
The Eagle. But I love all that music. I grew up on it. But you don't hear James Taylor. You don't hear Carole King. You don't hear Elton John. Well, you hear Elton John.
Yeah.
But those are the storytellers that I grew up with. Sweet Baby James was like my all-time favorite song.
Yeah.
So, go figure.
So Michelle, you do some performing too?
Yeah. I play in a band called Time Lords. I used to be in a band called Electric Kites. That one's kind of like that one was named after like Ben Franklin flying his kite and getting hit by electricity. And it's supposed to be that was like sort of a punk band. The Time Lords. What is it, like sort of gypsy psychedelic punk music?
Okay.
So it's a lot of story songs, because the story is important.
Right.
I realize in looking back on all my old notes and stuff, there's so many songs about silly things like pirates, astronauts, giraffes, sea turtles. A lot of songs.
Sea turtles.
Yeah, a
Oh.
lot of songs about animals.
It's different.
Well, like a sea turtle, when it is born, is on the beach, and then it crawls into the ocean. And I think I'm right on this. I may scientifically be wrong. I don't know, but I think they just stay in the ocean the rest of their lives, and they just keep going. That kind of like keep swimming kind of thing. So there's a good metaphor in there for like all of this stuff. And I mean, they live for basically as long as a human. So it's kind of like, if I lived in the water, I would want to be a sea turtle. Is basically what that song is.
All right. Well, hey, I think everything a metaphor. Everything has a metaphor. I guess you could use anything. Cool. So how can people stay up on your band and what you're doing?
You can find the Time Lords. It's just Time Lords, not with a the on Bandcamp, SoundCloud, and there's a Facebook page. I play around town a little bit. Just a couple open mics and different gigs like that. Cool. I've been on this station before, so it was also pretty fun. There's also Poor Castle coming up in the April, around the same time as Forecastle.
Yeah.
But Poor.
Right. Oh yeah. Poor Castle for those who don't want to spend $60 on a ticket.
Yeah. And
Me. I do not.
And I should be playing then too, so it'll be fun. Yeah, definitely.
Cool. All right, I think we got some music. I think Toonsmiths have a new CD, and we had them on the show about 3 weeks ago.